So welcome to today's video. We're back, this time with another car. As you can see, or as you probably already saw in the thumbnail, it is the beautiful RS7. In this case, almost, or I think it is an RS-7R. I don't remember if I put all the APT line cosmetics on there. But you see a few, of course, again, lowered. We have here the RS-7R logo because I put the APT line spoiler on there, etc., etc. You know the drill. We're going to show what specs we got on the car, what we changed. We're going to take it out, test a lot of things. Here are the things we're going to test. You don't have to read it. We'll go through the video together. I won't let you wait long. Let's get right into the specs. So today's car we're reviewing has a little special place in my heart. It's one of my personal favorite cars, the RS7. It is a beautiful car. This car, actually, fun fact right here, I haven't owned for very long now, but I've definitely driven it a lot since I got it. I mean, in Forza. Sorry. But I owned the previous RS7, which is a little bit older. I think it's 2015. Yeah, the 2013, actually. Not even the 2015. 2013 RS7 I had. Sportback. Of course, Sportback I forgot to mention. And now we have the new one, the 2021 one. And it looks absolutely fantastic. Those headlights look brilliant. I know you saw it in the thumbnail. I just had to put it there. Alright, so you know the drill. Everything is bone stock except the beautiful visuals. So first of all, what did we do to this car? I already said it. We lowered it. Last time with the BMW M4, we put only sport springs on here. We put a race for this one because I think the gap was enough, and it was already slightly lowered on its own. And I really wanted to lower it some more, and I think it looks absolutely great. Every time in real life I see one of these or an RS6, I always think it looks absolutely great lowered. So we put that on there, and that's all for platform handling. And of course, here I put the APT line on there. Actually, I follow these guys on Instagram, and I think their content is awesome. In general, I just love APT. And if I had an Audi like this, I would definitely put an APT line kit on there. No question about it. If money wasn't an issue, of course. Then what else did we change? So we have the APT line. We have the lowering. We have, again, some tinted windows, which I just think is necessary with a black car like this. It looks brilliant. Also the tires, we have semi-slicks on here. I'm gonna continue mentioning this every time, but you guys already know semi-slicks go on my cars, so I can really test their performance. The rims, we also changed the rims again here. No widening though, so these are normal width. I didn't really think about it. Maybe in the future, you guys tell me in the comments, this is something you would have done. I didn't do it. If it was an RS6 Avant, I would have done it. With this one, I didn't. For the tires, we went with modular B38s. I think they fit this car really well. They fit into the contemporary look this car has. And so I had to put them on. And I think that's everything. Which means, alright, so let's get to the extremely subjective point that you guys probably won't like. But I already hinted towards it. I love this car. I think it looks absolutely great. I would buy one without hesitation if I had the means to get one. So this car gets 10 points from me. This APT line with the black colors, with the tinted windows, it does not get any more badass than this. It does not get any more beautiful and sporty with the race suspension. So if you disagree, you disagree. But this one, I think, is an absolute artwork from Audi. We should take it out and, first of all, drag it. See how it compares to the BMW M4. See on the drag strip. Alright, the front tires are where they are supposed to be. Now they are. My god, this car sounds mean. You'll hear it now again. Oh my god. Well, then the music here is kind of loud, so let's fly. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh, acceleration is nice with all-wheel drive. You could feel that there wasn't not even a slight bit of slipping. 200. Okay. 20. 30. And 48. Wow, okay. Actually, I'm very surprised. I was expecting to get a better result than the M4, which is not the case. In fact, we got a lower score than the M4, just by 2 kilometers. Alright, so let's get it right to the Volcano Road, and we'll actually get into nitty-gritty and see how this car reacts. See you there. Alright, you know where we are. at least from the last video, or if you play a lot of Forza. But anyways, while I was driving here, I noticed one thing, and that is that my jaw was basically dislocated because this car sounds so incredibly mean. You cannot comprehend. Okay, let's let these little intruders pass quickly. And also in that sequence where I leave the garage with the cars, I just noticed this car sounds like absolutely bonkers. And quick fun fact, that strip in the front you can see is because one of these bots that's coming down now, they actually rear-ended me from behind. And I'm sure if I'm not going to move, this guy will too. I went in Forza Horizon solo because I thought I was disturbed a little less, but it turns out this is way worse. So anyways, I'm absolutely... Oh, let's quickly... I'm telling you, he's going to do the same thing. Okay, never mind. I'm scared for no reason. Alright, anyways. So, let's get into the race. You already know the rules. I won't talk as much, or try not to talk too much, until we're at the top. So you guys can hear a little and see a little how the car handles. It's going to be tough because this, I can already tell, is going to be one of my favorite episodes. This car is absolutely insane. I love it. Also, it is a lower rating than the M4. I have to mention that. Alright, then... go. Yeah, it definitely handles different. My god, it sounds good. It sounds even better inside. Incredible. Oh my god, I already have a lot of thoughts compared to the M4. This feels different, very different. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yep, that's gonna cost me some time. The brakes are not as crisp as the M4. I was wrong. But absolutely no sliding whatsoever, except of course there where I made a big mistake, and to say a little mistake. Great part here, as always, you already know. Here you can really get a feel for the cars usually. Yep. Oh, it grips. The all-wheel drive grips. Oh, did you hear that? The tires just doing everything to keep traction, and they're really succeeding.
You have arrived at your destination.
I'm a little early on the brakes there because of my mishap. I'm a little scarred. Can we get a higher score than the M4? That is the question. Oh, we can definitely get a higher score. Incredible. And that wasn't even perfect driving. And we are here with 421. Alright, so I am back. It has taken a second, but like I always do, I have gathered all the numbers, everything we need to talk about together, so that we can have a chill ride down now and talk about how I feel about this car, how it felt, and if I'm in love. And spoilers, I'm in love. There was one little mishap here on the drive up, and that is absolutely due to driver failure. Last time, last video, I said such a thing doesn't exist on my Volcano Road. Well, I was wrong. Yet, here we are. We're going to talk about the numbers anyways, because that's just part of it. There can be some anomalies. Oh, alright, so first thing we're going to talk about right here, which you can see here, is the speed zone. We got a 150.82 kilometers. That is compared to the 148 we got in the BMW M4. Well, at this point I'm going to mention, of course, here you get all the numbers of all the different things. I'm going to be putting them on the screen when we talk about them. Alright, so that is, as I said, 150 is actually quite good, especially because this car is rated, I have to calculate, 10 points lower than the BMW M4. That might also explain some of the lower stats compared to the M4. So, for example, the direct race, as I've already hinted towards when we finished it, this car has scored only 2 kilometers lower with 248 kilometers per hour at the end compared to 250 that the BMW M4 got. But I think compared to the 10 points, that makes sense. But I did expect this car to be the same speed. I have to say, I really did. Alright, so next we had the drift zone, which we are currently in as well. This is perfect timing. This feels like I'm almost a paid actor. So we had a 9,636 points, which is not good. It's not as bad as the 11,608 with the BMW M4, but I have to say that this is due to, as I've mentioned, my failure to drive completely perfectly. But I think this is part of these reviews. You can't... it also says something about the car's handling, which I'm going to talk about now. It was during a corner, and I came a little fast, and I wasn't able to correct quick enough, so I ate some of the side, some of the railing. And this is due to how I felt is when you brake a lot with this car, you cannot steer as well as with the M4. I don't know if this is due to the all-wheel drive, but when I brake like this, it will stay straight pretty much. The M4 can turn at higher speeds, or it felt for me at least like turn better at higher speeds, which is funny because the M4 must be heavier. What I did notice, and I said it a few times, is that this car gets absolutely incredible grip. So the grip of this car is phenomenal. Compared to the M4, it is absolutely airtight. You can't mess up in any way. The mess up, as I said, was due to the brakes, or what it felt like was the brakes. By the way, great views from here to the city over there, and the pops of the car. Did you hear that? Let me just recreate that quickly. Wow, this car sounds absolutely great. One of the best, my favorite cars that I own in this game. Just absolutely incredible to play. All right, so it has a lower rating. Yeah, that's why these stats are a little closer than I thought. But all in all, this car feels so much better in handling. It feels extremely adaptive. As soon as I press the throttle, it throttles up. Not as quickly as the M4. That's true. And I did say in the last video that the M4 has incredible throttle response, which is also the whole point of the M4. But this car gets something the M4 does not get, is amazing grip. Amazing grip. So this feels like a real race car. If I go into these corners, doesn't matter how much I pull to the side, it barely just slides. Right when I said that, of course it slides. That is a bit embarrassing, but you know what I mean. It feels great. It doesn't get that boaty feel that the M4 had. It has a very sporty feel. Of course, this has my god, race. It has race suspension, so it's a little lower, which gives it the lower center of gravity. But this already has a lower center of gravity than the M4, and also I think it distributes the weight a bit better than the M4. Might also be a little wider, even though the M4 is wider. The RS-7 is a big car. I can definitely feel that this car is way more planted on the ground. And that is also, as I've mentioned in the video before, definitely due to all-wheel drive. The all-wheel drive here, I was saying on the way up, is doing magic. It's absolutely magic. It gets you into all the corners, and even if you're in a corner like this, you throttle up during the corner, you won't slide. If you do this in M4, right here in the corner, you throttle up like this, full on throttle, especially high gear, high in the gear, not high gear, you'll slide. So great performance there. The Volcano Road sprint time, 4 minutes and 21 seconds. It is maybe 1.5 seconds or 2 seconds due to the driving mistake I had, but overall, the 4 minutes 21 it's okay. It's not absolutely groundbreaking. It's just numbers wise, it is not. So we're gonna get to the points now. I have to allocate some points to this car, and given the driving feel, I have to say this car is a 9 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10. There's barely anything to drive as well as this does, especially for its rating. Remember, this is 797, not 807, and the driving feel is incredible, so just has to be mentioned. And for the numbers it did, I remember very distinctively, we gave the M4 6 points, and this car has 10 points lower rating, and the numbers are slightly better, so we're going to give it 7 points. But I have to say, honestly, the numbers are not mind-blowing, so this car will not be getting any much higher points. Anything else would be unfair. And with that being said, my thoughts are, I still love this car, even after that drive. We should go right to the price and rating. See you there. Alright, so for this car, it's a little special case. So these cars go for quite a lot, as you can see here. A lot. That is due to the fact that they are in the backstage pass. So you're going to have to whip out a lot of cash to buy this car just outright. I can see them going for 6 million, 4 million here, but these are all 20, 15 minutes away. If you're willing to wait a while, you can pay 3 or 4 million for this. But if you're not that patient, I would take one of these for 6 minutes, attempt to buy out, and then leave, because that's as good as it gets. You're not going to be getting it for 300,000. Maybe you're going to be getting it lower. You cannot buy this in the auto show, but where you can buy this is here in the backstage pass. I sadly don't have any coupons anymore, but here it is. Well, this is the RS6 Avant, but its brother is here, and here it is itself. You can redeem it with one of these backstage passes. You will have one for free, so maybe you didn't even check yet. You can get this or anything else, of course. And you can get more through getting experience, and I think, if I remember, yeah, you're able to buy these through Forza points. So if you get experience, you get Forza points. I have 865 right now. You can buy one of these, and that's an easy way to get one. Or I think premium users might get an extra one, but I don't think this is worth it just to get the premium, the ultimate edition or whatever it is for this, because Forza is known for their scammy tactics with car DLCs, blah blah blah. Yeah, don't get it. Just don't get it. But yeah, the car is absolutely worth it. If you have 6 million lying around, get it right now. And you still have a backstage pass, get this, or maybe the RS6. I'll be doing an RS6 review soon in the future, because I really want it, and I'm going to get the backstage pass to get that too. Huge fan of Audi anyways. I bet you guys are too. So let's get to the overall rating, and thus the conclusion, and sadly already the end of this video, because I really enjoy this car a little too much. All right. Realized I wasn't recording, so let's do it again. While I was driving here, I quickly wanted to put in a recording because I had a really fun interaction, like I've been having a lot recently, actually. Since the game dropped on PS5, I have to say, there's a lot of really kind social people. People want to convoy up, people who want to go drifting together just randomly. They honk at you, not in a disruptive way at all. So the PS5 launch, I have to say, brought a lot of life to the game, and good kind of players without being part of this Xbox PS5 discussion at all. Just absolutely objectively looking at it. I'm having a lot of fun. Just wanted to drop that. Now I'm having even more fun with this car, because this car gets 26 total out of 30 points. 26, which is 3 higher than the BMW M4. Now, of course, this goes down a little bit to looks, a little bit to driving feel. I got 2 points, I think, more than the M4 there, just because of my subjective answer. But I think it's fair. If any one of you disagrees, I'm sorry to break hearts out there. We're just trying to have fun. We're just making some reviews, and this is my opinion after all, so I think you should be fine with it. But we can all we can all agree that the other few points that it got more than the M4, which is 2 extra on top of that, is due to the actual performance of this car. This car performs a lot better than the M4. I'm sorry, actually just 1 point more in the performance department. This performs a lot better because it is 10 points lower, gets the same amount of numbers or even better numbers. So that is absolutely fair. I think it feels extremely planted on the road. It feels extremely agile, tactile, sporty, racy. I'm not saying this car I preferred 100% over the BMW M4. The M4 has its own, as I said last time, very authentic traits. The rear-wheel drive, the kind of way the car is very boaty in a heavy powerhouse kind of way. You don't get this in the RS-7. What you do get in the RS-7 is you feel like you're in a race car, but it's a street car. It would love to do the review again and again and again, but you're gonna be, hopefully you can, if you want to, recommend some cars in the comments that we should do next. So we'll see each other in the next review. I've seen that the link doesn't work for the Google Docs in the description of the last video. I'm gonna fix that in the meantime, and until then, see you in the next video. Bye, guys.